Back to the wheel. Exactly. Exactly. There we are. Off with... Wait. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have deleted it. I deleted it without thinking. I should have hidden it, not deleted. Silly. What a goofball. There. Okay. Spin. Oh. Fault milestone too. Well then. I guess I'll be chatting a lot. Talking a lot. I also realized I forgot to set the the game. But then again, I did spend a lot of time chatting instead of playing Mario Kart, so I feel like just chatting was still apt. Um, let's see here. Fall to milestone 2. Let's see if my voice holds up because it has been pretty rough. But then again, I have been talking a lot as well. Just a second. Wait, did I? Oh, whoops. I pressed. No, I didn't need to title. Title. Wait, we need to load and not start. There we go. I'm not gonna restart it after. Why am I still holding this controller? What am I doing? I can't play this game with the controller. Well, I probably could, but not with that one because I can't connect it to the PC. Or wait, can I? I don't know. Maybe I could. Either way. Dinner time. They were about to have some kind of what was it again? Wait, how can I look at the log? Oh yeah, they were going to have seafood. They're having a great time over here. Just wait there, Retona. I'll get all the utensils set up. No, I can't make you do all the work. Yes, you can. That's an order. Retona, you've been keeping an eye out for us all day. Your exhaustion is as clear as day. You can at least take it easy during a meal, right? Sophine's gaze is downcast. Understood. Uh-oh. Her tone of voice may be cheerful, but her eyes clearly show her concern. Best for me to do as she says. I'll take you up on that then. Good. You sure have gotten a lot... Oh. You sure have gotten a lot more knowledgeable about cooking, Sophine. Misha taught me a lot of things. Oh, Misha. That's the guy that we saw last time as well. Did he now? When did that happen? I didn't know that he was knowledgeable about Pastoral Cat's cuisine. Oh, right. You didn't know, did you, Retona? Millie told me that she was seriously considering having Misha succeed her as the head chef. Huh? Really? Millie Plant. The head chef of Castle Ruxenheit's Grand Kitchen. A great chef representing Ruxenheit cuisine, and one of those responsible for elevating the culinary practice to the level of art. And that's why she's going to cram everything about the cuisines of all the nations of the Alliance into Misha, she said. Whoa. Being Millie's apprentice sounds really rough. It is. She sure made Misha do some pretty crazy things the moment he stepped into the Grand Kitchen. She handed him some salt and pepper and threw him out into the mountains. Wait, what? Yeah, go into the mountains with your salt and pepper. Come back once you've made a dish befitting of King Vala, she told him. Wow. That is quite something. What are you supposed to just... Was he supposed to just catch some kind of food or get vegetables and stuff? Like, what did they expect of him? To forage himself as well? I guess so. You like fish? Crab is nice too. You want something that really makes people wriggle and squirm? Oysters are nice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of seafood myself. I've had oysters before, I believe, once, and I didn't like them, but that's mostly the texture that got me. I'm very much... I'm not necessarily a picky eater, but one of the things that sets me off is texture, usually. It's why I don't like mushrooms as well. I will eat them, but I don't enjoy them, if that makes sense. If they're not, if the mushrooms are like not recognizable as texture-wise, then I'm good. Like, that's fine. If I can taste them, but I don't like have the texture of mushrooms, then it's fine. It's a very specific thing. Usually the texture does it for most people, but it's especially a thing for people on the spectrum. Yeah. For you it's pumpkin. You cannot pumpkin at all. Ooh. I don't have it with pumpkin. God, I have it with rice of all things. It's really annoying, because I like rice. It's weird, because I like the taste of rice when it's prepared well. But I will literally gag when eating rice. But I will still enjoy eating it. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I will just be like gagging, and I'll like eat it, and I'll be like, this is great. And then people are like, what the heck are you doing? Why are you gagging if it's great? You're making a face as if it's disgusting. I'm like, no, I like it, but I can't help gag because of the way it feels in my mouth. But I love the food. I love the taste of it. It's really annoying because I make rice for myself sometimes. Like it's weird, right? Like if I gag about a certain food, you would think like, oh, you never make that for yourself because it makes you gag. No, I make it for myself because I like it. I like the taste. I don't like gagging. That's no, that's not. But no, despite the effect that it has on me, I still love eating rice. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to explain it to anyone, to be honest. But yeah, hi Lumen. I hope you're well. It's quite the conversation you got into there. You arrived into. It sounds like the actual purpose of the test was to experience the natural bounties of Ruxenheit firsthand. He didn't come back for about a month. When he finally returned, I couldn't even recognize him. But it's not like she makes everyone go through that test. It was only for those who had an aptitude for cooking, Millie said. And in fact, Misha passed on his very first attempt. I'm surprised he followed through on her instructions with that delinquent streak of his. It's a love-hate relationship, exactly, Age. Can't relate, haven't had gag reflexes in years. Nice flex, Lumen. Nice flex. It makes sense, like for you, people will say this chicken is too dry when it's overcooked, you can't notice it at all. The texture can be a big thing for you. Yeah, I do think it's the weirdest thing that... Because for a lot of people, like, a texture that makes you gag would be like a deal breaker, right? That would be like, I'll never eat that again. But I eat it all the time. Well, actually not as much recently, but I ate it all the time. And I still want to sometimes make it for myself. It's weird. I can't say that I'm normal. If that's even a thing. The old Misha would have just turned tail and run. Maybe. But Misha's really come a long way. He looks perfectly comfortable in the kitchen, and he's really matured. Is that so? His cooking is definitely good, but something seems to be missing. Eh? No way. Maybe you're just confusing his own style of cooking with sloppiness. I mean, it was only recently that he learned the proper culinary techniques. That makes sense. I've never even considered it from that point of view. I must have jumped to conclusions. We've known each other since our time in the clock, so I might have been prejudiced. Prejudiced. I can't talk. Don't worry about me. It's like being not fatally allergic to chocolate. You just say hack it. I guess, yeah. That is basically it. Like, I have a reaction to it, but I like the food enough that I don't care. You're allergic to white chocolate, though you also cannot stand its taste. Yeah, I don't like white chocolate myself either. Like, I'm fine eating it, but I much prefer just milk chocolate, or even best, like dark chocolate. I like dark chocolate a lot. The purer, the better. It causes migraines. Oh no. Yeah, better not eat it then. Rice is good, you love it? Yeah, rice is very good. You need to find some easy ways to cook and prepare it so you can enjoy it, because eating 90-second rice is just a bit blah. Yeah, I can imagine. Normal chocolate is fine, you just don't gravitate towards it. I don't eat chocolate. Well, I wanted to say I don't eat chocolate a lot, but I do. Just I don't get like bars of chocolate or anything. I do the Dutch thing where we have the chocolate sprinkles that we put on bread. Thank you for the hydrate, Lumen. It's such a normal thing over here, but I always feel strange mentioning that, because it's basically you just butter bread and you put like a bunch of chocolate sprinkles on it and you just fold it and eat it like that. Like a slice of bread, right? That is like a Dutch staple for some reason. Sounds like fairy bread? Kinda, yeah. Kinda. But with actual, like, chocolate sprinkles. Instead of the... Because fairy bread is more like the... It's more sugary, isn't it? I mean, chocolate is also sugary, but... It's very colorful. Yeah, it's sugar sprinkles, exactly, yeah. Yeah, we have... So we do have that too, because of course there's a lot of variety where people are like, oh, we do chocolate sprinkles, so why not just the sugar ones as well? So we have kind of that too. And there's like chocolate flakes, and there's sometimes they have like little, during Christmas or something, they put like little what do you call it? Like little Christmas trees and stars and stuff in there as well. That you can just sprinkle on top. It's a, it feels very festive, but it's very just normal to us. Or at least to me, it's very normal. I eat it like every day. Oh, right. I wonder how things are going for them now. Well, no use thinking about it. Let's just concentrate on trying the food out for now. Huh? Trying out the food? Wow, Retona, this broth is really, really good. Having been drawn to the contents already in the pot, Delphine gladly took a sip. Is that some kind of soup? It's stock? The base for all sorts of soup. Delphine, that's bad manners. A princess like you should know better than to drink soup straight from the pot. I mean, if she wants to eat the stock, then why not, right? Why not? You can't judge the princess for liking what she likes. Oh, right, she hadn't actually put it in a bowl. Never mind. If she... I guess that is kind of... You probably should put some in the bowl first. If you want to taste it, please ladle some of it into your bowl. Mmm, it smells wonderful. What stock is this, I wonder? She's not even listening, is she? It smells familiar. Didn't we have this soup like this before? Didn't we have soup like this before? It had something to do with fermented soybeans. What country was that from again? Just imagine when the fish gets here. Sophie gazes into the distance, smiling, lost in her own happy thoughts. She sure has a gluttonous streak. I get it, though. I get it. We're gremlins here. We are all gremlins, I feel. I feel like a gremlin a lot, at least. Sally, Retona! Oh. Rune calls out to us as she hurries back. Look at all this fish! Looks like they had one of the biggest catches in quite some time. Wow. They have more than they know what to do with, so they told us to eat up. The huge net Rune was carrying was filled to bursting with all sorts of seafood. Wow. There's so much. Can we even finish all this? They gave us a whole lot of rice wine to cook the fish with too. Ooh. Let's get to cooking. Dinner time! Yay! Oh my god, I'm getting hungry. Damn you, game. Why don't you three go ahead and start eating? Huh? Saul? Aren't you going to eat? I will, I will. I'll be right back, so just start without me. I don't know if I trust the kid. Not entirely. Sol. Huh? Is Sol going somewhere? I think so. He said he'd be back right away, though. Oh. What now? Delicious. This is way too good. Yes, it really calms you down. Thankfully, the flavors aren't too strong. Oh my god, look at that. It's not even that visible, but I can already tell that looks amazing. Actually, the flavors are much mellower than I expected. I could eat this even on an upset stomach. It's nice and warm. I've never had a feast like this before. This just reminded me of something I've always wanted to ask. Rune, I've been wondering. Yes? Swallow your food before talking. Sorry about that. Oh. Yeah, sorry you had to see that. Anyway, what is it? You're eating right now, yes? Yes, I suppose I am. Well, not sure how I should put this, so I'll be blunt. Why do you even eat? What? Ah, I get what you mean. Biologically speaking, your body isn't alive, is it? So then, why would you need to eat? Ah, I see. You're right, my body technically wouldn't be considered alive. Still, I need some form of fuel, like living beings. That's why I eat. The food I take in is converted to mana by my body. Your body can do that? Wait, but that doesn't make sense. That means that you can convert matter, like food, into mana, right? Yes, that's right. If that's possible, then how is it that the outer pole is still lacking in mana? Rather than harvesting it from dangerous places like mines or the border of the inner pole, you could just generate your own. Actually, Zevitz is doing that, but only on a small scale. Rotona, do you still remember what we talked about in the sediment shop the other day? Ah, that's right. The problem is storage. Exactly. In the outer pole, mana needs to be processed by machines before it can be used, so it has to be stored in sediment. And not only that, but committing the mana is also highly inefficient. The entire process takes far too much effort. And if you don't store it right, then it's just a huge waste of resources and effort. So you need to use the converted mana as fast as possible. There's also a limit to the amount of energy you can safely supply to towns and such. I get it, so it's not just a problem of generating that mana. What a conundrum. That's right. That's pretty much the reason I can't really store any energy. And that's why I have to eat. Otherwise, I'll stop moving. Stop moving? Do you mean you'll die? If no one else is able to reawaken me, then I suppose that would be considered death for me. Don't worry. I can go maybe 3 or 4 days without food before I start to deactivate. Though I guess that also depends on how hard I push myself. How exactly do we reawaken you? We'd like to know just in case something happens. The truth is, I don't know how myself. You don't know? That's absurd. I don't understand why I wasn't given full access privileges over all my bodily functions. Yeah, that seems like kind of an important thing to have, you know, to have full control over your own body. That's a little bit weird. There's barely any information on how I was built or how I function included in my knowledge base either. What was Sid thinking? It would be much better for you to be able to fully manipulate your inner workings in the case that something went wrong. Insurance? I mean, her creator, Sid, her dad. I mean, I wanted to add quotes, but technically he is just her dad. He is dead, right? So there's no... If she doesn't know, then basically nobody knows. It's kind of a problem. Maybe she has inbuilt nuke and doesn't have access to it. Maybe. She could do. Really? No? I have to disagree with you on that, Rotona. What makes you say that? We, as humans, can't just consciously stop our hearts or turn off our sense of touch when we experience pain, right? Well, no, we can't, but as beings that feel emotion, I think it's normal for us to run away from suffering. We might end up hurting ourselves without realizing it. Most importantly, we shouldn't be able to consciously alter our bodily functions. That is best left to our own gumption. I think that's best for us to remain as human beings. But wouldn't that train of thought only apply to humans? To put it another way, that is a limitation that we humans must endure, right? Maybe others would view it as not a limitation, but something else entirely. The way I see it, being able to sever emotions and pain as the situation sees fit isn't what I would call human. If Sid and Aline had wished for Rune to live as a normal human, then placing that limitation on her would only be natural. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. So they wanted her to be as human as possible, which means limiting what she's able to actually know and access about herself. Even though in theory, she could just change a lot of stuff about herself, they wouldn't want her to be able to. Because if she can just turn off her emotions or something like that, or turn off pain or things like that, she would not be considered human. But then again, she does have supernatural strength, which is also not considered human, but I guess that's a different thing. Why wouldn't they want her to go full psycho again? Yeah, why not? Her going full psycho is perfectly fine. That would be great. Sally, I see your point. Delphine truly has put a lot of thought into this. Wait a minute. Rune, does that mean you can't get drunk? I guess so. I guess I just enjoy the mood. Alcohol does provide quite a lot of energy for me too. Are you equipped with a sense of taste? Actually, I'm not. I can't tell whether something tastes good or not. Aww. Oh, but I am able to determine whether or not something has high nutritional value. Is that so? Now, don't make that face. I'm totally fine. Oh, I didn't mean to. Let's just enjoy the rest of our dinner. And lads. Rune, try this one too. It tastes fantastic. It's jam-packed with nutrition. That's right. No need to think about this too deeply. Poison tester? I don't know if she can detect poisons, though. She can detect nutrition. Maybe she can detect poison. You've seen the shirts I got. She'd be perfect for wearing them then. Fair. Maybe I should have worn that one for the stream as well. Maybe. I can wear one of them tomorrow. We should just enjoy our dinner together. My body is flushed. My head. So dizzy. Uh-oh. If only she was a poison tester, Fanta. I think there may have been poison. But that does mean that Rune would be fine. Are we cozy hoodie stream wearing today? Or hoodie, cozy hoodie wearing stream today? Exactly, yes. Hoodie is nice. And especially because I got this hoodie for free. Well, technically. It's a... technically free. I actually got it from raising mana for... mana? Money. Raising mana for charity, yes. That's how... I was raising mana. No, I did a charity stream like 2 years ago or something like that. 2-3 years ago. And with the money I raised, the charity sent me some stuff. One of which was this hoodie, which I wear all the time because it's really comfortable actually. It's really good. But yeah, it has... I can actually show you, I think. Can I? It's like this thing on the back here. Go, connectify. And there's... where is it? Here. It's barely visible, wait. Can you even read that? I don't know. My hair is in the way. But it's, but yeah, it was from charity, sorry, I can't. It was something about, children with tumors. I forget the name of the condition. Yeah, it's a sort of memento. It's nice. I think I raised like 300 euros for that or something like that. It was a decent chunk. Phew. Oh wait, she's fine. She didn't pass out or anything. Just a little dizzy. Hey, sorry I ran off like that. Retona? Or Soul? Like, what is wrong with me right now? So, where'd you go? You haven't eaten yet, right? There's still lots to go around. Actually, I already had a quick bite. Okay, he's not... He's specifically not eating our food. And Retona was starting to feel dizzy. Interesting. Interesting, Soul. What's going on? What's going on? Something urgent came up. What? He ate somewhere else before coming back? What for? Yeah, Retona is also... Why wouldn't he join us for dinner? Is it because I've been treating him coldly? No, don't put it on yourself. He's being very sus right now. So, aren't you going to eat? He said he already ate. Huh? Really? I was looking forward to eating together too. I'm really sorry, but it was an emergency. Well, that's fine. We're not forcing you to eat with us. If you ever have to leave, feel free to do so anytime you need to. Yeah. Donna, you're being mean again. What? No, she's not. She's just saying he can leave whenever he wants to. That's not being mean. Anyway, we should probably get going. It's already pretty late. Pretty late. What? Go where, though? Following Sol's lead, it takes us about 15 minutes to get from the restaurant to the coast. Wait, wasn't the restaurant on the coast? Like, they were at the sea, you know? They caught fish and everything. Rotona, Rune, look. What is that? Solphine stops in her tracks. What is it? I turn my gaze to where Solphine is looking. What? Huh? Sol? Just what in the world is that? Something far below the surface of the ocean was emitting a faint glow. At first glance, it looks like a school of jellyfish emanating light. I can't see all the way down because of the waves. What could it be? That's Neo-Sassari. What? All the rich and powerful people live there. Oh, they live under the waves? Of course they do. Damn the rich. Of course they're like, we'll live beneath the waves. Away from all these peasants. Freaking rich people. They live there? Do you mean to say there's a city submerged under the sea? Eh? Did you say city? Those lights are from a city? Wait, just a minute there. There's a city under the sea and people are living there? Yeah, that's what they just said, Solphine. You don't have to repeat what people are saying. Preposterous. How could they be living there? This isn't a fairy tale. They're protected by a huge dome of glass. Remember you asked me about the safest place to stay and I said it'd be costly? That's where it is, in Neo-Sassari. So it's safer being underwater? This must be a joke. It must be. Wait, where are we going? Are we headed there now? It looks like it. That's where the inn is too. Seriously? I couldn't criticize her for reacting that way. Sol, do you also live there? Under the water? No. I live up here, on land. For a moment, Sol's expression seems to cloud up. Was it just my imagination? You need to have a whole lot of money if you want to live in there. That's why people from Viscount can't. Visconta can't. Viscount can't. So just about everyone from here lives on the surface. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why should the affluent ones be the one who have to go to the trouble of living underwater? Common sense dictates that it be the other way around. How do I explain this? I've got it. Could you all follow me to the pier? I'll show you something really cool. We follow Sol again and arrive at the pier. Waves gently splashing about. Release the Kraken! No. Maybe there will be a Kraken. We'll see. Dad! Sally, return and look! Below us! Underneath the water! Hmm? What? Oh wow. It's very pretty. What is this? As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I can more clearly make out whatever is in the depths of the ocean. This is a town, isn't it? No way. No doubt about it. This was the ruins of what once was a city. And judging by the condition of the buildings, they're fairly recent. They appear to be no more than 20 years old. All of this used to be above the sea. There is a special mana stream that flows through this area, and the people who used to live here lived really long lives. A mana stream that lets you live longer? Rotona, could that be the Vita stream? Yes, the Vita stream. It's a type of mana stream, one of many kinds that have been passed down in Ruxenhate's stories. Apparently, the flow of time in that stream passes much more slowly than outside of it. I've always thought it was just a myth, but it actually exists. This whole area is completely flooded, just like that. And the flow of the Vita stream ended up shifting towards the sea. Still, the Cerisians made it so that they could live underwater. So they could live long and healthy lives. That's why Neo Sassari is there, right in the middle of the Vita stream. That was how Viscanta was able to expand a whole lot. Because Ceres invested in reforms and developed the country. Ceres? Do you mean the country next to Viscanta? Yep. You can meet some Cerisians, since just about everyone living in Neo Sassari is one. That's a little bit weird. So it sounds like Ceres, the country, just is making use of Viscanta as like a... Oh, here, this thing we can make use of. Nice, and we might as well make use of the people in Viscanta too, and make sure they stay in poverty while we enjoy being rich. Lovely. Great plan. Gee, I wonder what it's like living under the sea. So, what were you talking about with Sol? The sunken city used to be above the water, and a special mana stream called the Vita stream passed through it. Those who resided in the Vita stream lived long lives and rarely got sick. Yeah, I forget that they have to translate with Rune. I forget. And the wealthy constructed a town to live down there so they can make use of the Vita stream's health benefits. Ah, I've heard of that mana stream. My father conducted research on it way back when he was building his hospital. He was looking into ways to slow the progression of illnesses. I remember hearing about how the Vita stream... Oh, those were Tona again. I remember hearing about how the Vita stream slowed aging. I've only ever heard about it in stories, but I guess it's true, huh? Just how do we get in there, though? Actually, how do people even live there? Don't tell me they swim back and forth from the city. Apparently they're protected by some sort of glass barrier? In any case, seeing it for ourselves will be much faster than listening to an explanation. We walked another 10 minutes from where we were. What the... Connected to the pier was a large transparent tube that led straight into the sea. This is the entrance pier. So this is how we get in. Incredible. The entire tunnel is crystal clear, you can see right through it. Even though people are going in and out of the tunnel, the fish keep approaching it. Perhaps they were attracted to the lights? We need to buy an entry permit from that booth over there. The one with the money. You don't trust me, right? Did he just say the one with the money? That is kind of rude, Sol. Could you come with me to buy the permits? Right. That was the deal. I mean, you could have just said Vertona. He's heard the name, right? Secret tunnel. He's got me there. Good evening, sir, ma'am. Oh my, what a cute little customer we have here. Good evening to you too. I'm guiding them around town. We'd like 4 pyramids, please. Guiding them around? At this time of day? Well, in a sense. You see, well, very well. May I know your nationality? Excuse me? May I know what country you're from? Well, why though? Her sudden question catches me off guard. My mind totally blanks out. Oh, we're, damn it. Saying we're from Ruxenheid is out of the question. We're from... I should have thought of something before coming here. These girls are from Ceres. I'm just from around here. Ceres, you say? The fellow looks at us with some suspicion. Might I ask which part of Ceres? Oh my god. Why is this important for selling tickets to go down this city? What is this, like, profiling that they're doing? shouldn't matter, right? Just buy a ticket. Who cares? I live on Sarah's Fake Street 123. Exactly. Yeah. Barbara Covey. They're coming in as prospectors. I'm the son of a guide. I was instructed to take them to their lodgings here. Oh my. Prospectors from Barbacove? Is that what is Barbacove? Why is it such a difficult name to pronounce? They love their difficult names. You don't say. Thank you for coming here. It must have been a long journey. I'll get the entry permits ready at once. Please give me a moment. That was amazing, Sol. Sol, just... what was that all about? She's coming back. What's going on here? Here's the total cost. I paid the sum without question. Wait. Now that I think about it, wasn't that a lot of money I just paid? Wait, why without... Rotona, are you okay? Why did you just pay it? How much was it? Okay, here are your permits. Please present these to the guards inside when asked. We cannot reissue any lost permits, so please take care not to lose them. These permits have a validity period of 7 days. If you need an extension, please come back to this booth. Some contracts for prospectors may come with provisions for waiving extension fees. If you have any questions, please return to this booth and we will gladly assist you. I've also arranged for your guide to have a one-use entry permit. This permit has an effective period of 24 hours, so this may only be used until this time tomorrow. Welcome to Neo Sasori. I sincerely hope that you enjoy your stay. Yes. The vendor's overly polite tone makes my hair stand on end. They sure are strict here. Have a wonderful evening. Look dignified. Just follow me and don't say anything. It's best I do what he says. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, this is very strange. Why is there military police guarding the... Oh god. May I see your permits, please? Here. Show your permits to him. We do as instructed and show our permits to the guard. The three of you are quite young to be prospecting. Okay, everything checks out. What is prospecting anyway in this circumstance? Rich people, what do you expect? I mean, yes, but also asking for nationality and stuff? It's kind of weird. Enjoy your stay. Come on, let's go. Like the way they're acting, it's like you're going into a different country. Like checking your ID basically. It's not entirely that, but... Saul, an explanation would be highly appreciated right now. What were you talking about back then? What do you mean, prospector? Sorry about that. I just had to lie a little to make things a lot easier for us. A prospector is someone who's looking to live inside Neo Sasori. When you're buying an entry permit, if you tell them you're a prospector, they'll treat you like royalty. Right. First the exorbitant entrance fee and now this kind of treatment? Is there some kind of huge class divide going on here? Yes, Selphine. I thought that was obvious at this point. I've got a bad feeling about this. Why were there guards at the entrance? They looked like military police to me. That's what I said, Rune. That means they're there to protect the city from whatever's outside, right? So, this doesn't add up. Didn't you say this place was safe? If it was, then why are there guards stationed there? They've been around ever since I was born. Well, don't worry about it. As long as you have an entry permit, no one's going to question you. I don't know. I don't know. You wouldn't know about class divide if you grew up without it. I guess that's true, yeah. And they did grow up without it. Is that so? Hey, Rotona, Rune. This whole tunnel is glowing, right? Sophine asks us while touching the walls of the passage, which appears to be made of glass. Now that you mention it, you can see fish swimming all around us. And it's not just this passage. The walls all around Neosasri... Oh wait, this is Sol. The walls all around Neosasri are imbued with a special mana and emit a faint glow. It's specially built to replenish and warm the air inside and also absorb a lot of the sun's rays. That's why living inside Neosasri is a whole lot more comfortable than it is living outside. Amazing. I wonder just how many mana crafters did they need to make that special wall. No, I'm sure they'll still need it, even now. If the glass itself has functions like temperature regulation, then they're still needed, several hundred of them in fact, to constantly make daily adjustments. That's a whole lot of effort. Maintaining an underwater city's environment would definitely take a lot of manpower, huh? Zevitz employs several hundred workers just to maintain the power grid. By the way, Sol, our cover story is that we're Cerisians, right? Yep, that's right. You're Cerisians from the village of Barbakove. They've only just recently become a part of Ceres. Ceres still isn't familiar with the culture and traditions of the village, so they probably won't poke around too much. This city doesn't take too kindly to outsiders, so just keep that in mind. Right. Of course they don't. Still, you should be able to blend in without too much suspicion, even with those outfits of yours. I have a feeling this is going to go horribly wrong. How could he have come up with such an elaborate, well-thought-out lie in an instant? No. Sol is used to this. He's gone through this countless of times. And now that I think about it, he hasn't even once pried about our backgrounds. Is this a sign of an experienced city guide? Either way, this is no ordinary child. Let's go. Once we make it through here, we'll be inside Neosasri. I mean, it could also be that he was told to say that type of stuff, right? He was explained this. And he's working for someone. That's also possible. Whoa. Astonishing. There's a place like this less than a day's boat ride away from Kadia. Unbelievable. Even I find myself completely breathless. For this to exist in reality, astounding. Say, Rotona, Rune, is it just me, or does this place feel really comfortable? I've been feeling really refreshed ever since we got here. No, I don't think it's just you. My body feels at ease just being here. Yes, the sensation. It's like relaxing early in the afternoon, drinking tea and reading a good book. I don't quite understand, but this place is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Is it because it's night? It really feels like a very calm, quiet place. It does. 40 more channel points and you can add to the wheel. Ooh, Thrall. What are you planning to add? It's as if all my worries from earlier have been purged. Still, I can't let my guard down. At this time of night, most of the shops here are already closed off. So we should head straight to the inn. It's a secret? Okay, I'll wait then. You'll get there quickly. She's looking awfully tired too. Is he trying to be considerate? I've underestimated him. Oh, what a quaint little inn. Let's head inside. Good evening. Oh, welcome. I saw it clearly. The receptionist's sudden change of expression from a smile to a frown when she laid eyes on Saul. Don't worry, it's not me who's staying here. I'm just a guide. These girls will be your guests. I see. Good evening. Mind if I ask where you're from? You're all from Cove, right? Yes, that's right. We're here as prospectors. Although we arrived in town a little late, so we're looking for a place to stay. Prospectors? At your age? They've got entry permits, if you don't believe me. Saul's clearly telling me. Go on and show her your permits. The three of us do as he says and present our permits. These are the real deal. You've got a permit yourself. Don't tell me you're going to be staying with them. Of course not. Like I said, I'm just a guide. Once they find a place to stay, I'll head straight back to the surface. Just what is with this conversation? So, how long are you going to be staying here? I'm not really sure yet. Oh, come on. Then how am I going to know how many days to keep you booked? Didn't you at least think about that before you got here? It's nothing but trouble for me. Don't you want customers? What the heck is this place? You love that Rune is a mana robot because it gives her a reason to be super dense and it's amazing. I mean, it's also in part because she... God, she died at like age... How old was she? I don't even know. But she was not an adult yet, basically. She was not an adult yet, and she died. And then she was reborn in that body with memories of her life. But technically, she misses like... Yeah, they're all still teenagers, yeah. But I feel like she also misses just some years of her life. In theory. At least she looks older. She looks older now than when she died, right? And I mean, Selphine has just experiences and memories from adults, so she would know a lot. And also, Rune came from the outer pole, which is very separate from anything else. The other two also came from Ruxenheid, which is relatively separate, and they're not used to a lot of this stuff either. But they still learned a lot about those things because, well, Selphine is a princess, right? So she would have known about other countries. But yeah, Rune in general just doesn't know much. And to add to that, she doesn't understand the language here. So the other two are going to have to explain literally everything that's being said because she can't even understand what the receptionist right now is saying. You go get food. Enjoy your food, Fanta. Excuse me, miss, but we're customers here. Your attitude makes us think like we're the ones causing you problems. Do you not want our business? I really didn't want to escalate this any further, but she just really got on my nerves. Honey, could you take care of this instead? I'm done dealing with these people. Her shouting echoes through the inn and as she vanishes into the interior. What just happened there? That's what I'd like to know. Good grief, that woman. Ah, customers. Really, I'm sorry about that. How embarrassing. It's nothing. We just had a little disagreement. I didn't mean to cause any trouble, but we're exhausted from our long journey. Rutana, you had every right to say what you did. Oh, she had no right to talk to you the way she did. I'll give her a good talking to later. You said you're prospectors, right? I swear, talking to you that way, when you could be joining us as fellow residents. I do apologize on her behalf. Oh, thank goodness. This man is a much easier person to deal with. We're not looking for any trouble, just a place to stay. Is that so? How long do you plan to stay? Are you a Visky? Yeah. Tour guide? Yeah. Not so. Thanks for your services. A Visky? A Viscanton. But they just called him Visky? What is that? That's weird. I'll take care of them from here. The innkeeper motioned, shooing him away like one would a stray dog. Wow. What? Because of the disparity between his gentle tone of voice and his attitude, I only noticed what he meant a little too late. Visky? Sorry, could I just have a second? I haven't been paid for my services yet. Saul? Are you leaving already? What? What's happening? Rune is just like, what is going on? Looks that way. No way. Okay, how about tomorrow? Can you guide us around town tomorrow? Of course we'll pay you right now, too, for today's work. Just a moment here. Don't tell me you're just kicking this boy out. He isn't a guest, is he? If not, he doesn't have any right to stay here. That's just outrageous. But he's got an entry permit and everything. He can at least stay in the room we're renting. Miss, that's a bit of a problem. I thought you didn't want to cause any trouble. I won't say anything more. Please just pay the boy and have him leave. What? Why would it be trouble to have him stay in our room, sir? That will be the end of that. As prospectors, you need to understand at least this much. Don't worry, I'm used to this already. This is just how things are in the accessory. It's common sense. It's not common sense. What do you mean? You don't have any right to talk about common sense, Visky. Come on, you get the picture? Collect your money and get the hell out of here. Otherwise, I'll have to call the guards to throw you out. Am I really hearing all this? Did the owner really just say all that? You said you still needed a tour guide for tomorrow, right? You can just pay me tomorrow instead. I'll just head on home for now. No, you will get what you deserve. I give him twice the amount asked. I haven't the slightest idea what's going on, but I'm paying you for your services tomorrow in advance. I trust you'll honor our arrangement. Miss, thank you. I'll definitely come back tomorrow. Good. See you tomorrow. Saul is really going home? What's going on? I'm completely lost. Everyone seems really mad too. Yeah, Rune is just unable to follow what's going on because the language barrier. Here's your room. If you need anything, please activate the mana signature by the bed. It's a mana line straight to the receptionist. Thank you. Selphine, Rune, could you wait outside? Sure. Okay. Excuse me, could I have a word? What is it? Although we're Cerisians, we're from Barbacove, so we don't know a thing about Viscanta. Sure looks like it. So? Why treat that guide, with the callous treatment? Could you explain what brought that about? I'd like to know the details and gain some insight into this. Unlike his wife, the owner's expression doesn't change much. I can't tell what he's thinking just by the look on his face. Okay, then... Well, you called him a Visky, right? What did you mean by that? Visky means someone from Viscanta. Is it normal to call people from Viscanta Viskies? There's no need to call them Viscantans. Visky is plenty good for the likes of them. What the heck is this? This is... Oh my god. They're like, Viscantans are not worth their full name. They could do with Viskies. Ah, I understand. Thanks and sorry for your time. My pleasure. Enjoy your stay. I get it now. Fisky is a slur. Yep. Yep. I mean, I already got that the first time it was mentioned. They hate the Viscountons, apparently. But the fact that they don't want to get into why or what the deal is concerning as well. Returna, what was that all about? Why did Sol just get thrown out like that? I think there's a lot of discrimination between the people of Neo Sasori against Viscountons. Discrimination? I knew it. From the guard stationed outside and the way this town isolates itself, something had to be up. Returna, Rune, why would Sol intentionally bring us here to a place where he's discriminated against? Maybe it's because I asked him for the safest place to stay. But wouldn't he hate coming here, even if it was for work? Especially for us. We didn't know anything about this town, so he could have just brought us someplace else and we wouldn't have known. Now you mention it, Sol is rather different, isn't he? But he can't be a bad kid, I just know it. Not bad, no, but you just can't tell what's going on in his head. He seemed to be worried about something the entire time. Pokecake, hello. I hope you're well. Welcome, welcome. Oh? Worried? Who? Sol? Yeah. It didn't seem like that to me. It's like he was there physically, but not emotionally. As if he was guiding us around begrudgingly. Unbelievable. Did he show any signs of that? As far as I could tell, he was happy to show us around. Remember when you were being mean to him? It didn't bother him at all. It's like he didn't care. To me, it looked like he just wanted to get it over with and go home. I wonder... Maybe his being alone was a lie. Maybe he isn't completely alone. There has to be someone else. Someone depending on him. During dinner, he wasn't with us the whole time, right? I think he was with that other person. Sally, that's amazing. All I saw was an energetic young boy. Well, let's put the topic of Sol aside for a moment. There's no point in speculating when we don't have a clear grasp on our own situation. Don't forget, our main objective is to return to Ruxenheid as quickly as possible. Sol is quite a mystery himself, but we can't forget our primary goal. You're right. We're still a long ways from home. What? What does that mean exactly, Thrall? I get the over magica part. Clear the wheel, restart. If not, then over magica. So if it lands on it, then what? Clear the entire wheel? Because I wouldn't want to do that. Not when people pay for the options, right? Unless you mean for that. I don't know. How would that even... Like, I can't just start over with the wheel because of one option. That's not something I can just do. I mean, it could, of course, but... Oh, if you don't, then you choose over magica to be added. Right. So basically over magica, right. Yeah, because clearing the wheel is People have a lot of redemptions on this, right? And I could all reject all of them, but I feel like that's... I wouldn't want to do that, no. So it'll have to be over Magica. Let's focus on our plans for tomorrow. Any objections, Rune? No, I'm totally okay with that. Selphine? None here. It didn't seem like Sol was in any danger either. Good. Let's start with tomorrow's itinerary. Whether or not we meet up with Sol, the first things we need to do tomorrow morning is to procure sediment stones. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about it. If you don't mind me asking, Ratona, you were also looking for sediment back in Cadia. What do you need it for? I know it'll be for Minecraft, at least. I need to have a line of communication between Selphine and me. On the off chance that we ever get separated, the most important thing is to stay in touch. Do you mean you can't use Minecraft without sediment stones? Oh wait, but I remember you used it back in the tavern, didn't you? I personally don't have any issues using Minecraft, but I do. Comcraft allows us to have an almost permanent communication mana line with each other by using our own mana. It would be easy if it were between another crafter and me, since I just use my mana. But Royalty, we're not allowed to use our mana for Manacraft. All the Manacraft I perform is fueled by Ratona giving me some of hers. Huh? Why go through all the trouble? They say that your lifespan is shortened every time you use mana. Living as long as possible is necessary for Royalty, so as they rule, they should avoid using mana when it's not needed. It's also to help prevent any incidents, like episodes of Empress Syndrome occurring. If Royalty were to use Manacraft, the pathline would also become unstable. Basically, they told me not to aggravate it any more than I had to. So that's why I can only use Manacraft that doesn't need me to expend any mana. Things like mine diving, where I just read the other person's mana. This sounds awfully complicated. It does. It does. But it really is quite simple. Right now, Selphine shouldn't use Manacraft when I'm not around. So opening a Comcraft line without sediment would be too dangerous. That's the gist of it. I see. Getting separated would be a huge hassle then. And it's not like we can just set up meeting place whenever we want to either. Oh yes, Rune, can you use Manacraft? Not at all. Well, I can't use Manacraft, but if you need to get in touch, then you can use the transceiver. I always have it with me at all times. Right, I forgot about that. That's good to know. Transceiver? It's something Rudo gave to me. The two devices have something like a Comcraft mana line between them that lets you talk with each other. That kind of stuff exists. Next on the agenda, we'll need to plan out a route for going back home. I'd really like to map out the shortest possible route, but just looking at this map isn't going to help much. The world map we got from Cadia is missing far too much information. Looks like we have no choice but to fill in the blanks with the local maps for each country that we travel to. I wonder if there's someone here who's more knowledgeable about that. The best place to look would be a tavern. Should we check it out during the day? Worst comes to worst, we may have to stay in Sasori till late tomorrow. I can't say for sure. I'm totally clueless about this place. For starters, does New Sasori even have a tavern? I would think this city would have at least one pub. Good point. I remember hearing people talk about a tavern. It was up on the surface near the restaurant we ate at. It sounded like they just came from one. They did? Well then. My head. I begin to sweat profusely. It's as if my body is enveloped in ice. And suddenly it returns to normal. Ratona? Ratona, are you alright? You look really pale. What just happened? It's disturbing how I didn't feel any bodily pain. As if my body were stabbed with a knife, but I was numbed and lost all sense of pain. I'm fine, really. Being hit by a sudden loss of control over my body. It's almost like a seizure. Retona, let's just rest for now, okay? You really must be tired. Yes, I must be. We still have a long journey ahead of us, so you need to take care of yourself. You're right. After that seizure, my body is back to normal. My heart's beating a little faster than usual, but that's more out of surprise than anything. I'll go get some water. No, let me. I'll get some for you. Now, both of you stay here. I'll go get some for you. Sally, just be here for Retona. Retona, you and Sally just rest up for now. Rune. Thanks. Hey, wait. I'll be right back. What about the language issues? Right. I'm sure it's fine. Let's go to the tavern and say things we should keep secret. Yeah. Welcome back, Fanta. How was food? Or is food good? What are you having for nums? I think I should be able to get some from the reception. Water. Excuse me, I'd like a glass of water. Ruzo near some busha? Oh no. I totally forgot. I can't understand what they're saying. I'd like a drink. Maybe he'll understand if I act it out. Glug, yes? Oh god, Rune. I'm back. Here's the water. Thanks, Rune. Wait, what's the matter? No, it's just that, I'll go cool off outside. She needs to cool off? I knew she'd have language issues. Oh. Bzz. Rune. Bzz. Rune? Come in, Rune. Brother? Terrible reception on my end here. Can barely hear you. Do you copy? Over? Brother? What's this all of a sudden? Are you crying? I see. You couldn't understand each other at all because of language issues. Exactly. And I don't want to keep asking Sally and Retona to translate for me either. I feel like such dead weight for them. That's quite a problem, huh? Only made even more difficult because of how you never think before you act. You're going to be traveling to all sorts of countries. Isn't it common sense to think about how to deal with the language barrier? I was just so overcome with joy that I never even stopped to consider that. Well, don't panic. As we speak, the members of Lab 9 are analyzing the erratum that Retona and Salphine used. It won't be anytime soon, but you'll eventually be equipped with similar functions. What? What? What do you mean by that? Ask Albus for the details. He's the one in charge of analysis and development. Wait, what? Rune, can you hear me? Albus? Yes, I can hear... Oh, that's... Yes, I can hear your kind voice, loud and clear. Nothing like Rudo's. Well, excuse me. Steady over here. Anyway, about development of that erratum. Oh, yes. Am I really able to use it too? This is all happening so fast. I'm absolutely lost. Actually, we've been able to upgrade our system so that we can remotely control your manaware. What? Is that even possible? Every sister is connected to the Zevit's enterprise with a special mana line in case of an emergency. This means we can transmit any information about your manaware directly to you. Does that mean that I have a direct Comcraft line inside me, like Selphine and Rotona? Yes, the principle is similar to the transceiver that you have with you now. Science, isn't it amazing? Oh, potato chips, nice Fanta. But wait, even if you could push new features directly into my manaware, it would need much more mana bandwidth than what we normally use for conversation, right? You're right. Manaware pretty much makes up your core existence, so we need some allowance for safety reasons. That's why we've allocated roughly 3 to 4 times the normal bandwidth needed for communication. So long as nothing too extreme happens, we should have more than enough to spare. But that... wouldn't that cost a huge amount of money? Well, quite. Well, it was the official reason for Lab 9 conducting field tests on new technology. The truth is, Rudo wanted to support you as much as he could for your journey. Before you left, he ordered your mana connections bandwidth to be increased by quite a lot. Wow. My brother did? I couldn't think of any other reason. He practically had a shouting match with the board of directors over it. Brother. Just like always. I hope you cut him some slack. He still needs to work on his people skills. He really does. You know, it feels as if we've been it feels as if we've already been apart for a year and a half. Year and a half, I wonder why. I know you all just left earlier this morning, but even I feel the same way. Huh. Yeah, that's strange, huh? Isn't it? That's very strange. Ah well, I knew I could depend on Rudo. He's my big brother after all. Maybe it's related to the, you know, explosion and everything that got reverted and, you know, all that stuff. Maybe. Anyway, back to the Erratum. I've actually been curious about it ever since I've met those two. Thanks to Return and Selphine, I was able to witness firsthand the kind of manacraft called the Mind Dive. I was able to observe the process of packaging mana when Selphine communicated with me during the dive. That gave me a hint on how to do it. I thought that I might be able to replicate it through scientific techniques. Really? Is Erratum simple enough that you could imitate it just by a quick observation? That's the thing. While I've experienced it myself, figuring out how to replicate it is pretty difficult. Still, a linguistic system that allows everyone to understand each other. It definitely has some aspects in common with the essence of what science is. Using mana as a vehicle for one's own thoughts and consciousness. Whoever thought of the concept is undoubtedly a genius. Basically, it's like constructing a universal mannerism that makes the other person understand what you're trying to convey. Thinking of words as nothing but various wavelengths might make it easier to comprehend. By assigning a different frequency and amplitude to each concept represented by a word, you could convey information regardless of what language you spoke. And then you package it and send it as mana so that the other person can more easily interpret it. Sorry if I'm interrupting. I don't think I understood even a word of what you said. Oh dear, sorry about that. Nietzsche and the others and I were talking about the workings of Erratum just now, and I couldn't help but want to share. I didn't know Albus could be so passionate about this. We should be able to complete the prototype by tomorrow. Tomorrow? That fast? It's not like we need to create a physical prototype anyway. It's nothing more than figuring out how to package it as mana. There will probably be some issues that need to be ironed out, but we'll continue to send you updates as we improve it. It'll take a while before it's perfect, so just be patient. Of course. And there you have it. We'll be sending you the Erratum protocol one of these days. Rune, we're counting on you for the field tests. Yes. Leave it to me. Oh, and... How is it? the outside world. Brother, it's like, you know, just, yeah. Looks like your vocabulary bank is malfunctioning. It's true. I mean, I feel like it's always is, though. Rune's vocabulary is always malfunctioning. That's not it. How do I say this? It hasn't even been a day since I left Kadia, and I've already had so many new experiences. How do I put it? It's full of overwhelmingness. Rudo, you'll never guess where I am now. I'm in a city at the bottom of the ocean, right in the middle of the Vita stream that Dad researched. Can you believe it? A city at the bottom of the ocean? Port Sassari in Viscanta, right? And bottom of the ocean would have to mean you're in Neo Sassari. Was it Ratona's idea? Good thing I made sure to give you a lot of extra money. No way. Rudo, how did you... Geez, you know everything, don't you? At the very least, I'm pretty familiar with Viscanta. Especially with Sassari. After all, Hives' flagship facility is located there. Eh? Hives is? No, that can't be. How did they manage to get a contract? It's a long story. Regardless, don't stay in Sassari too long. If you're a Neo Sassari especially, then you should already have noticed. That town? Well, I don't really want to say this, but Viscanta isn't a good place to be in right now. What do you mean by that? It happened over 10 years ago. Viscanta was on the verge of collapse until Ceres invested heavily in its development. Now there's a huge gap between the rich and the poor for those two countries. I had a feeling that was the case. Things felt off. I'll be straight with you. With the way things are, tensions between Viscanta and Ceres are at their peak. Unfortunately, the ship arrived late, so you have no choice but to stay the night. But you need to leave as early as you can. What do you mean by... Rudo, we're just about at our limit for the mana. We need to end the transmission soon. Did you get that, Rune? We don't have much time left for this transmission. Yeah. That place shouldn't pose that much of a threat, for now, at least. As long as you're with Ratona, you shouldn't be in any danger. Just, all you stand to gain by staying there is bad memories. Okay. I understand, Rudo. Hope to hear from you soon, Rune. Likewise. Good night, everyone. Rudo, this is amazing. We were actually able to communicate with the inner pole. Of course. That was the idea in the first place. Well, yes, I know that, but still. Doesn't it get you excited seeing it happen with your own two eyes? What would Sid say if he were alive, I wonder? Who knows? And let's not forget Rune. Rune sounded like she was enjoying herself. I had my reservations about sending her out at first, but as long as she's happy. Come on, everyone. We're not getting any sleep tonight. There's work to be done. Let's hustle and finish this error-rotten protocol prototype. Rudo, you have a meeting tomorrow with the board of directors, right? We're counting on you to keep them off our backs. Yes. Well, if you'll excuse me. Good night. Have a good rest. Thank you for your hard work, Rudo. Imagine the scene at NASA, people freaking out over a first time landing / tack working, and Rudo's just being like, well, yeah, that was the whole point of this. Yeah, exactly. Rudo's just like, yeah, whatever, man. How do I put it? It's full of overwhelmingness. Overwhelmingness. Aw. Rudo likes it a lot. He doesn't want to show it, but he has emotions after all. Oh, the other crew. Uh, oh, oh. Oh, please, Misha, get a hold of yourself. I'm surprised you were able to get into clocks with stamina like that. Oh, shut up, Flora. It's been years since I've been part of the unit. My body hasn't kept up. Flora hasn't even broken a sweat. I wouldn't expect any less from a frontliner. That's, because she went through the rite of exaltation for Ophia. She's practically cheating. Even then, you're running out of breath so fast. It means you're lacking in stamina. Just what are you doing? I get in that furnace of the Grand Kitchen every damn morning, making the freaking grub you eat. Why don't you... Why don't you give it a try, huh? Oh yes, that's right. Thank you for all the hard work. Rex, it looks like you've still got loads of energy. How do you even manage that? I wouldn't say that. I'm feeling quite tired. Is that so? Because it sure doesn't look like it. You look like you've got a whole lot more stamina than I do, at least. I ended up leaving the clocks midway, but the manual labor and construction really built me up. Even if I'm no good at mana crafts, I have some confidence in my physique. I can see where that comes from. Damn, and here I was thinking that cooking was already enough to build stamina. Rather than stamina, wouldn't it need more concentration and intelligence? It's not like you're doing any extreme movements. That depends on what kind of food you're cooking. Are you comparing yourself with Briggs doing construction work? No, that's just a whole different level. No, don't be so hard on him, Flora. Misha's making a fine contribution to the kingdom. For me, anyone who works in the castle deserves some respect. Of course, those serving on the front lines also command the same amount of respect from me, Flora. Since when did the arrogant delinquents I know grow into such mature adults? Just how long are you going to Just how long are you going to keep talking about the past? Jeez. What's the matter, Riggs? It's nothing. Just how long has it been since we talked like this? Yeah. Is this what it feels like to make up for lost time? How many years, I wonder? We haven't met since after Misha first started working in the Grand Kitchen. And Rotona. The last time all four of us were together was before she was appointed Sylphine's royal guardian. That's right. It's already been that long, huh? Hey now, don't make that face. Rotona and Sylphine are still alive out there. That's why you came with us, right? Of course I want to believe that too. Just, I can't share that kind of optimism. Come on, now you're getting us all down. Look, all we have going for us is the mana signature. That's no proof that they're alive. The fact that there is a signature there means that she was able to successfully blast the Vectorcraft. There's an 80% to 90% chance that they were able to escape. But that margin of error is still too large for me. You're way too negative, I swear. Face reality, Misha. Just how dangerous do you think this deconstruction, transport, and reconstruction to a distant area all are? Hell if I know. To a third-rate mana crafter like me, teleportation like that may as well be some kind of magic trick. Yeah, that's exactly it, Misha. There's no way this manacraft could work. Recreating the Riptide effect isn't something that any one person could hope to pull off. I'm sure that this took the Knighthood years and years to develop behind the scenes, and that Return and Selphine were the ones to be the first to test it out. That must have been what Returna was talking about when she mentioned years of breaking in. You mean Vectorcraft takes years and years just to bless? It wouldn't make sense otherwise. Well, what's the connection between that and you thinking that they aren't alive? It took years to develop, so wouldn't it be natural that it'd be safe? I don't think so. What do you mean? They spent years and years carefully developing it, which means that they didn't want a single mistake happening. Why take so much care? I'm sure it's because the consequences of it failing are far too great. If even one little mistake happened, I think that the users would never be able to be reconstructed. That the billions and billions of mana particles that made up Protona and Selphine would never reform and simply scatter away. Just thinking about the possibility, that's just nothing but baseless speculation. Nothing but a shot in the dark. There's no proof that happened. Flora, you've always had a tendency to overthink things. That part of you hasn't changed at all. I have proof. What? Misha, Riggs, let's pretend. Let's pretend you were Sophine's guardian on the night of the attack. The enemies already made their way into the castle. Given that kind of God damn it. Given that kind of situation, when would you escape? If you had the same kind of manacraft for escaping the castle, when would you use it? Well, I see your point. If it were me, I would have escaped the moment I found out that the enemy was in the castle. What? Really? In that situation, the enemy's victory is already assured. Once they reach the castle, it's more a question of how long you can hold out. If that's the case, then the most important thing is securing Selphine's safety above all else. Yes, that would be the natural thing to do. Rotona has a good head on her shoulders. She should have understood that too. And yet, she waited until the very last moment before she blessed the manacraft. Why would she do that? Well, that's the way I see it. That craft is something of a last resort for a do-or-die situation. Something that you could only use when you're a hair's breadth away from death. I see what you're getting at. Wouldn't that be the most logical conclusion? Laura, Riggs. Let's just stop thinking about this. How come? All of these theories are nothing but that. Theories. There's no hard evidence to back up all the conjecture. But who knows what really happened back there? You know, during the attack, all I could think about was how to prepare the vichair for dinner. The new line cook messed up the marinade and the smell was just overpowering. What? I knew we were under attack and all, but the marinade was in the back of my head the entire time. While we were in the shelter, all I could think about the kinds of peppercorns that could help neutralize the smell. That's really all I could think of while I was there. Even though there was a hell going on outside. Good grief, Misha, I swear. Look, my point is, Patrona probably has her own way of thinking and doing things. And I'm sure that was all she was thinking of that night. That's what I believe. How can you be so optimistic at a time like this? You talk to me like I haven't changed, but neither have you. Misha, I don't want to deny the possibility that what you said is true, but Flora does have a point as well. Come on, no need to get mad. But I'm not. Well, I am. Do you have your head on straight? Your entire rescue mission is based on nothing but gut feeling. What a farce. Sorry to say this, but your theories are nothing but gut feeling too. They seem to be based on logic, but it's nothing more than pessimism. At the least, they're no more logical than my own theories. Well, at times like this, it's best not to think too deeply about it. Just go by what you feel is best. More importantly, I should get you to making us some grub, you two. Oh. Oh my god. So the noise. Misha, fire. Got it. Damn it, Misha, Riggs, don't commit any mana. Stop it now. Okay. What's wrong, Flora? They're going to detect us once they detect the shift in the mana lines. They're going to catch us off guard if we don't commit any mana. Don't tell me you're thinking of fighting them without any mana craft ready. Are you two idiots? If we can avoid any fights, then we avoid them. There's no point in us engaging in combat. If they find us, then run. Do not fight. They're coming. Thank you, game. Wonderful. They're coming. Boom. Game crash. The game is going exactly. Well, amazing. What now? I was going to end soon for that game as well, so is that a good endpoint? I guess so, right? It's fine. Actually, I should check if the save is fine. Does it autosave? It does, right? Yeah. Okay, what? Wait. There might be sound. There we go. Ding ding. Okay, I will save. Save here. I will just try to see what happens here, right? So I'll put settings. I'll put it in windowed mode for a moment. Oh, you can't see it then. Oh, no, there it is. Wait, is it? Why is it black? There. They're coming. There we go. There. No way. They're still wandering around this area? Those two. They're just children. There's a shadow soldier with them too. Okay. So with that revelation that it's them, we save. And I quit. Because then at least I saved after the part that crashed. Wait, what? Did it just capture Steam for a second there? It did. It did capture Steam for a second. The plot thickens, exactly, yes. Alright. A lot of stuff going on there. Let me... Faults, where is it? There it is. One final spin for today. What do we got? Okay. Treadmill, yay! Okay, treadmill with what? Or, I mean, I could also just do treadmill by itself, to be honest. Sky, Children of Light. What do I do? Do I just treadmill? Treadmill? Yeah. I guess you haven't seen it yet, Fanta. Let me do this. We go. There it is. That's as high as it goes. Then right here. The wheels are not doing great, actually. Okay. Come on. The wheels are not rolling as well as they should. Just a second. Oh. Don't break it. There we go. It's a bit dusty, it is. The wheels aren't doing great, but it's Wednesday, it is. But, wait. There it goes. Okay. Beep. There we go. Here you go. Thank you for the hydrate. Am I? Yeah, I'm fully visible. All right, so there we go. We do be walking. So, treadmill, right? I do this every so often. I do need to do it more to keep in shape, you know? I may just do this because it'll get warm. Can I do it backwards? In theory, I'd rather not attempt it, Goblin. Also, hi. Fanta missed the treadmill with onesie in Mario Kart. Yeah, so that was to give an indication. So Fanta, you saw me do the speedrun before in Mario Kart. Now imagine that me doing that on this treadmill, and every time I did a track, I went up by 0.1 kilometer an hour. So I was playing while doing this. In a onesie in summer. What was it? Summer? Yeah, it was summer, right? It was warm. So I was a full onesie. And after I ended, after I stopped, like the onesie, when I took it off, like the legs like squelched from the sweat that had gathered like at the bottom. It was I had to put it in the wash immediately. It was awful. Imagine if you just kept saying biscuit after every sentence, it would be so weird. Yeah, that would be weird, right? Who would do such a thing? Who would do that? Yeah, I will just one time. Okay, wait. I do need to prepare for this, so I'm going max speed for a bit. Fuck. I almost. I do need to be very careful with that. Fuck. Oh god. Shit. I almost tripped there. That would have been bad. God. But yeah, that was 20 kilometers an hour. So. Fuck. Ow. Normally I need to do a bit more of a build-up, but who needs that, right? Do the Naruto run? Oh god. No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Like how would it's like that, right? Who does this? Who runs like this, really? That's crazy. You, I mean, to each their own. Simon, thank you for the posture check. I don't know if that... I feel like my posture is alright. Is it not? Oh god. Why did I do that? There we go. I'll do it like this instead. So how's everyone doing? Just do not Naruto run, it's awful posture. Yeah, yeah it is. Warm cozy hoodie. It's fine. It was a bit too warm. Okay, let me do a bit of a normal speed. Uh, the problem is it's also kind of hard to read chat while I'm going. Oh god. Oh god. I need more stamina. I really do. Is the part where you normally say boing boing, but given the context, it might be inappropriate. Uh, I I guess so. I am kind of going boing boing, but it does depend. Oh god. Do backflip? I cannot. I cannot do a backflip. I'm sorry, Lumen. I mean, to be fair, I've never tried to do a backflip. So maybe. Oh god. I really should just keep it to walking, because that's a lot better to stream with. But I like going fast too much, you know? Maybe do a big sprint just before you're about to finish. Maybe. The problem is, like, I already did like a sprint and then a jog. And if I were to do a sprint now again, I will most likely fall over and die. Now, not to say that I will just that I will just die on the spot or anything, but it's more that if like my muscles, like in my leg, like twitch or something, then I could like lose my balance, fall over, and if it's going at like 18 kilometers an hour, you just get flung back, which is not good. I mean, at least the sofa's over there, so it might be okay, but something about having ice cream while Matt is on the treadmill is so ironic. Oh, I would love some ice cream right now. Oh, that would be amazing. But yeah, as you said, Fanta, warming up is a good thing to do, and I didn't. I literally went just from, well, from nothing to full on sprint. Not ideal. And now my leg muscles are not happy with me. Not happy at all. They're just complaining, being like, what did you do? Why did you do this? But I don't listen to them. Yeah, true. I was walking for a little bit, but it was only for like a minute or something. And the best thing would be to do stretches first, which I haven't. And then you go limp around for a week every time it hurts, going, oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? No, exactly. I have that a lot. I I do that quite often with the treadmill. I like you don't use it for like a week or something, and then I go back to using it, and I'm like overdoing it, and then I complain, and I don't use it for a lot, and then I repeat. You know, standard stuff. Doing stretches is something you could add to the wheel. That's true. That is true. I keep I keep looking at the buttons and being like, oh, I could go fast again, but like I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. How long do I do this? I think I'll go for like half an hour on the treadmill. Also, yeah, it's very it's very dusty. I need to clean this thing. It always stands in the corner over there, and I just forget to clean it. Like, I clean everything else around it, and then I'm like, I'll do it some other time. Oh my god. By the way, there is a safety for it. I should probably put that on. Probably. Just in case I do fall. Let me just check if... I think I can do it like this. So it like... If I go too far back, it will like tighten this rope. You can't really see it very well, but... And then he will shut off. Nice and relaxing, you know. Just walk in. Ooh. It's nice weather outside as well. I've noticed. I can actually... Can I reach it from here? Can't. Not really. I was going to open the blinds, but... Stop it. There we go. Open blinds. Ooh. Actually, to give you... So, I have noise cancelling on, right? So what I can do is I turn that off for a second so you can hear, right? You could probably hear me stepping, right? Maybe. And then if I do this... Right? Oh my god. Uh, sounded almost like a washing machine at full power. I can see that, yeah. I can see that. Okay. Uh, okay. I think I should call it. Uh, uh, uh. Just just going to wind down for a bit. Oof. Just a second. Actually, I'll go raid someone before I get rid of this stuff. Oh jeez. I'll send you over to Anna. Anna should be made first. There. Sorry, I just so out of it. But yeah, Anna's playing The Last of Us. Go say hi over there. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you had a good time seeing me exhaust myself and do all the other things as well. Thanks for being here, of course. Tomorrow we'll be back with God of War. Should be a good time. And then Saturday, Sunday, more Metaphor, maybe finishing the game. And on Monday, I'll be doing an extra stream for my affiliate anniversary, which should be a big one, so hopefully I'll see you then. That's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna get some rest, get some food, all that stuff. As always, stay cozy, stay safe, stay hydrated. Go say hi to Anna for me, give her a follow if you're so inclined, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.